You could say that animation has had a bit of a tough time in 2022. For example, we had The Bad Guys, one of the worst DreamWorks movies I've ever seen. I mean, well, it wasn't terrible, but by DreamWorks standards, it wasn't great. And we also had that dreadful Disney Pinocchio movie, and Pinocchio, A True Story, but Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio was alright, I suppose. And and of course, there's one other animated movie which I've rambled on so much about on this channel by now. You probably all know it off by heart, so I'm not going to say it, but Sam will probably edit it in. Anyway. It was towards the end when I remembered about a little film that I experienced back when I was like 5 or something, and that film was called Puss in Boots. My mum rented it for me from the local library back when that was still a thing that you'd do, and I watched that film on loop, and I loved it, and then I completely forgot about it for like 11 years, and then suddenly I was like, oh, they made a new Puss in Boots movie. Oh, that's nice. And I went back to like playing Fortnite or whatever kids do these days. Anyway, after that, people started telling me that it's actually amazing, a masterpiece. I was like, oh my god, what? Probably not. So I put it off for like a month or so, and then I watched it, and I thought, you know what, that was pretty great. And then I watched it with my family again, and I suddenly realised that I was obsessed with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. This is one of the best animated movies I've ever seen, and I know I'm really late with this, so you probably already heard all this stuff before, but I just wanted to sing the movie's praises because I really want them to make a Puss in Boots 3 with this same team that made this, because if they do, I will be happy to watch 10 more movies of this, and I'll never get bored of it. It is incredible. The animation, for starters, is some of the best animation I've ever seen in a film. It's like Spider-Verse, or as I like to call it, Puss in Boots into the Pussyverse. Anyway, it was incredible, truly. The animation, even my dad, as we were watching it, was saying to me, you know, it's so incredible how they made it. It's like jumpy and jolty deliberately, and it's just beautifully drawn and hyper realistic at the same time. It's just brilliant. Like, the animation is objectively perfect, and then the acting, the performances, I think someone else said this, Sherry Frillis did a great video on this as well, but like, the guy who plays Puss in Boots, I didn't do my research, little Sam will Wikipedia it and put that in. He just loves being Puss in Boots so much. Like, I've never seen anyone love playing a character just as much as he does. It's just absolutely incredible. And then just the story as well. Like, let's talk about the villains for a sec. You got Goldilocks and the Three Bears, which are fine. They're like basically what every American thinks a British person is, but like, they're decent. Goldilocks is a bit of an annoying brat. But then we've got Death, who is the best thing in the whole film. Like, everything's amazing, but Death is, if there's one thing you can take away from this film, it's Death for sure. He's absolutely incredible. But he's not really a villain, because in the way, I'd actually argue Death is kind of in the right. Puss in Boots has been reckless with his lives, and he hasn't treated them well, and he's just been acting as though he's immortal. So in fact, I'd say Death is technically the hero, but it's only when Puss in Boots learns to appreciate the life he's got instead of chasing more disposable lives that he becomes a true hero. And that's just a brilliant message. So Death is just fulfilling the natural way of things. But then the real villain is Daddy Horner, Big Jack Horner. Big Jack Horner is the true villain because he's literally unredeemable. It's just kind of a joke. You'd think he'd get redeemed at the end by Dog, but then it's like, oh, no, sorry. Yeah, what else am I missing? Nothing much really. It's just, I just want people to watch this film so they make Puss in Boots 3, and so they make more Puss in Boots. I just want more Puss in Boots. That's all I want right now. It's literally the only thing I think about when I go to bed, and it's literally the first thing I think about when I wake up to go to school. I just want them to make another one with the same team. It'll be incredible. So, yeah. And all the other supporting characters are great. Kitty Softballs is brilliant. She's done better than she was in the first film. Even though that first film's an underrated gem, this just surpasses it in every way. It's just incredible. It's one of those rare things where no one wanted this film. It just got made 11 years after what was a moderately well-received film, and it just blew everyone out the water. So it's incredible. It's probably the best Shrek movie, actually. I'm going to go ahead and say that's better than Shrek 2, Shrek 1, and Shrek Forever After, even though those films are great, and Puss in Boots 1's up there. Shrek the Third's just the only shit one, really. They're all good. Just don't watch Shrek the Third. It's like a green turd. It's terrible. It's fucking awful. Don't watch it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. More videos planned like this.
is your favorite fearless hero? Who is your favorite fearless hero? Who's brave and ready for trouble? Ha ha! Who's so unbelievably humble?